In today's episode, I thought we'd do something actually quite simple. Basically, I figured out where a couple slime chunks were in my base because I wanted to get a couple so I could start making some more slime and honey machines. Basically, we have this chunk here and that chunk there, and I've started to mine out, so we're going to make one of those in today's episode. So we have a little bit of a problem. Basically, these are all the chunks that contain a slime chunk, and I want to just mine all the way up to make it easier, then I'll build the platforms up later. But with a small issue if we do this. Hopefully that works and you saw the lava above me. I'm in a little bit of trouble, as you may be able to tell. So, while mining, I was looking around this cave that I opened up earlier and remembered that I found this here. It used to be a mob spawner and I just completely forgot about it. So yeah, let's get back to me mining for hours on end. Anyway, now that we're pretty much done with mining the actual chunks out, now we need to mine out 3 onto the sides, which, me thinking about now, doesn't really work, because whichever opposites I do don't actually work. Because if I do that side and that side, that's great, and that side and that side, they work. What do I do with this one? I can't go that way or that way because it does that, so I just put 2 there, perhaps? Since I don't have Optifine, I'm going to have to zoom in at post, but I'm assuming people can see the little jumpy slimy boy. Now it is completely mined out, all following along with the chunk borders and having a free extension on all these sides that can be possible. Still not sure what I'm going to do about that. I'm going to leave that for later though. Well, I'm now going to have to build the things, but first I think I need a bit of food as I have none in my inventory. These don't count. Food. Here, I think I'm going to go for some raw salmon for this. So now before building the platform, I kind of wanted to choose a material, and I think I may want to go with these smooth stone slabs like you see right here. But to do this, I may need something more than just the old average furnace. As well, I kind of don't want to spend all my time just continuously doing it. I mean, don't get me wrong, putting all this in here and watching it smelt for hours at a time is fun, but I want to do it efficiently, not funnily. So, you know what we're going to be doing. I'm not going to tell you twice. So finally I finished this. It wasn't at all expensive or difficult, but yeah. Everything's gone from the chests and it started making its way into the furnaces. We've still got a little way to go and I need a bit more coal, but all in all, pretty good. So anyway, I've now started to put in the whole of the actual spawning platforms. Although I've kind of think maybe I should follow just a 1 tutorial instead of trying to do 12 at the same time. Seriously, I've done this one, that one, that one, and that one, and that one, and that one. And it's kind of now all got a little bit confuzzled and I'm not even sure how I'm actually supposed to build the goddamn thing. But this is the best I've got it so far, so that's what I want to stick with. It's going to have the iron golems in, and it's going to be 4 high technically. It's 3.5, but that's because of these and I don't want to block anything. I'm not sure if this is going to work. I actually might move these down. I'm still going, but this and this. Yeah, I'm probably going to move it down. Well, would you believe it? I finished it. I am so glad I didn't look down. That looks so cool. But yeah, the slime farm is on its way. It doesn't have the iron golems put in yet, which was going to be my last job to do. But yeah, it's produced a pretty decent chunk of slime balls over in like the last 5 minutes. Being used with iron golems, which will produce the production rate if it wasn't so abysmally slow. Mainly because there are so many mobs already by my base, which are part of different farms and different structures, which count towards the mob cap, that this farm is technically pretty pointless. Which is interesting, but the fact it's not interesting and harmful to my production scale. But luckily I only need roughly a stack of slime balls, or so, slime blocks. So that should be done. And for the final bit, I thought we'll do one more bit of building to kind of balance out the redstone side of this video, which is to hide this here, which honestly, looking around, I realise I haven't detailed this fully yet, and I'm on the way, just not done yet. So let's get in to build something here. Oh no. I've been staring at this for around about, my guess is 30 minutes, thinking of what I can, well, do. And one of these things I think I am going to do is requiring me to do something also more than stupid, is to expand this to around about there. Yep, this and there, which is also, by the way, I'm going to get close to removing that, and just putting a bunch of TNT bombers to start sweeping out the place, as that's what I think is going to be the quickest. Anyway, that's a little thought into my brain, so enjoy that, while I now, I guess, just work on something small for the moment. I talk about with my friends a lot is planning out builds before you actually build them. I think this is really important, and this is kind of why. Why it looks really cool and I kind of really dig it. It's kind of all weird and I kind of don't know why. I think I know why, but it's a little bit too hard to kind of fix currently. So that being said, it looks really cool, but I really wish I'd been planned out so this looks a bit nicer and that looks a bit... Maybe I'd remove this, but actually that kind of works. Over here, I kind of don't have time to do it. And also it's going to involve this hill side somehow. Not sure how, but it will sometime soon. Yeah, it's got the moss roof. It's got this kind of whole like open thing. And it's kind of like not hiding that it's a farm. It's just kind of out in the open, kind of expressing, yeah, I'm a farm, and it still looks really cool. That being said, that probably is the end, which means, well, it's the end of the video, which means I probably don't have time for the end thing. Unless I do when I'm editing this video, then I'm going to start showing you what the plan was for the end. But yeah, enjoy the next episode. Maybe my next episode will be in the end, although I think I'm going to do something before that, which could be a lot more interesting. Oh, also a small bonus is this what happened, and it was absolute pain. I also built this in class, which was based off of the build, which I think looks pretty cool, perhaps. So I've just filled out all the iron golems in my farm, and I've now prepared everything I should need realistically. Stuff like dirt, grass blocks, a little bit of oak, cobblestone, basalt, food, sand, terracotta, and all of these, sorry, will allow me to basically gather enough resources to build the farm I want to build. Hopefully this will make sense. I am going to use my redstone box, which I also found the first original one, which I've now found. Now I also have just another one filled with stuff, and I think I should have enough general materials to build everything I need. May have a couple more, may have a couple less. But that should be all good. And I'm also realizing my pumpkins and melons over here are now completely filled. So I'm going to spend probably like half an hour
fixing that, and we should be all good.